All right, now remember, even though this is just oven cleaner, easy off, that it's still caustic. So you want to wear gloves and safety glasses when you're doing it. Already scraped off a little bit here, and you see it's just taking it right off. That's after half an hour. I had hit this previously with lacquer thinner to try and soften it up, and wasn't really getting anywhere. Lacquer thinner, sprayed some carb cleaner on there, which usually bubbles paint pretty good. But cheap paint remover, easy off oven cleaner. Like I said though in the previous video, when you're done with this and you got all the paint off, you need to wash this really good because it will start to eat the aluminum because it's lye. So I think I forget what they call it. It's basically caustic soda lye. So to counteract this, I'm going to wash it. Once I get all the paint off of it, I'm just seeing how much it's coming off now. And if I have to do, I'll clean it. But it looks like every bit of it's coming off. Really easy. It bubbled right up pretty quick for being on there for 40 years. We'll clean it, and I'll finish this probably tomorrow and start painting it. So let me get back to that. Wash it with water to dilute the lye, and then wash it again with clean water, and then wash it with hot soapy water, and then I'll dip it in water with vinegar solution. So remember from elementary school, I think 5th or 6th grade science class, that you got bases and you got acids. Lye is a base. So to counteract the base, you'd want to add acid to it. Not full strength, just real light solution, kind of like we do with battery acid. You got a battery that's leaking, you just mix up some baking soda with water and douse it all over the acid. That neutralizes the acid pretty much. So same kind of thing on just backwards. This is a base. We're using acid. Just a real light, couple of capfuls of vinegar and some water. I hadn't bought any paint stripper in a while, and when I looked up the price of it, I was like, whoa. And it's not even the good paint striper anymore, which is, this is less caustic than that. That stuff was horrible. The old stuff that would, as soon as it hit something like this, it would take the paint off, powder coat, whatever, which is good. So I think what I might have to do, I'm going to try it on that gas tank, see if it'll take that liner out, that BMW gas tank liner that was in there, the stock one. But we'll see. So yes, it does take the paint off. And I guess that's about it. I'll finish cleaning this thing up and do the same thing with it. I'm going to highlight the BMW in red, and maybe this whole section. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably paint the whole section, tape everything off, and then paint this right here, the whole thing in red. Maybe I'll just tape off the letters and do those in red, and then cover the letters up once I've cured the highlight paint, and then put black behind it. We'll see how it goes. I think that'd probably look better than all red as far as the stripe goes. So we'll highlight the BMW in red, and then tape those off. Paint the rest of it all in satin black. Brush this thing off and dunk it in some water and some acid. Remember, rubber gloves, and use good rubber gloves. Not little surgical gloves. And that's what we ended up with here. Just remember, you have to neutralize the soda. So it removed pretty much everything. Hey, 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 get down from there. You're going to get burned. Still got a couple areas here. Got to scrub in, get the paint out of. But overall, did a decent job. Didn't dull the aluminum too much. Had a couple of places on here that were etched where the paint had come off and got salt on them or whatever. But this is getting painted, so don't really care about those. We'll buff that out a little bit before we shoot paint on it. And that should be good. Just remember to neutralize it. If you're using like Easy Off or whatever kind of cleaner, if you're using acid cleaner, you probably want to hit it with baking soda and water. I just cleaned it with water, scrubbed it down with water, and then scrubbed it with hot soapy water to get any of the residue off of it. And then rinsed it real good with the hose. And stuck it back in a bucket full of about 2 gallons of water with about a cup, not even a cup of vinegar in there, just enough vinegar to make it counteract the lye. But overall, turned out pretty good for basically not probably 45 minutes worth of work, 30 minutes sitting with Easy Off on it, and then washing it off. That's it. All right, let's see if we can get this logo polished out some. We'll see how it goes here. Yeah, it's just now starting to cut it a little bit. Put some more polish on there and go. All right, that's not perfect, but that's what I'm getting right now. So I have to buff on this thing some more. And then what I'll do is when I spray it, I'll just, while the paint's still semi-wet, I can just wipe it off there. Polished a little bit here, and then red here, and then black up here. We should be good to go. All right, so it quit raining, and I went ahead and taped this starter cover up. Shot the sides in the red there. Now I need to remove the paint from the logo itself. So we're going to attempt it here in a minute. All right. Let's see how well it comes off there without me screwing the paint up. All right, let's try this now. We'll see. This is a tedious part here. Wanted to get it while it's still semi-wet. And get most of it off there. We might have to sand over top of it a little bit and then repolish it, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it turns out. It's always fixable. If we don't like it, we can just paint over it. And then once we get this red cured, we'll cover this up with tape here and then spray the rest of it in our satin black. I don't know, what do you guys think? It's kind of hard to tell until we get the black on there, but I think it stands out a little bit. Like I said, I'll probably have to polish these a little bit more. maybe. I'm probably going to after it cures anyway. Work on them a little bit. But I think that looks better than my original idea of red letters with a black background. Running down the length of the bike like this. So that's forward there. Let's get this thing cooking. That was only put I think 3 coats on there, which is plenty. It's just trim work. Okay, so what I've done here, I'm gonna paint this center section in a red. I ran out of red, so I had to go get some more, and I didn't like the color of red that I had left, and only had partial can. Not that I'm using a lot, but I'll tape it up and we'll see how it does. I'm gonna highlight this center section in red, and I figured I'd do these too, these vents on the side, which I can tape up later because I'm gonna shoot this in satin black afterwards. So what we're going to do is heat this thing up slightly under the heat lamp before we spray the paint on it. Just get paint to adhere a little bit better, and if there's any moisture in this thing, it'll blow it out. So let's get this thing cooking under the heat lamp. So again, we don't want this thing super hot, just enough to get it warm to the touch, really. Maybe heat it up maybe 10 or 20 degrees, and it's not cold out. It's not really hot out today. It's maybe 75 right now. But paint seems to stick better to this stuff if you heat it up a little bit. So we're going to heat it up, and then we're going to shoot some red on here and see how the red looks. Now what I got was a Chrysler red, which is Chrysler red, high temp, 500 degree engine enamel. And we'll see how it looks. We might change colors, we might not. We'll see. Now what I'm using on here is just my little spray handle attachment. They work really good for this. Gives you a little more control, and you're not wearing your finger out trying to spray it. Okay, let's check this thing. A little bit more. And let's check it again. It's probably warm enough. Shoot some paint. And we're going to go ahead and close this door so we're not shooting paint out, getting overspray all over everything. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't know, that might be too dark. We'll see how it dries. Put it on here. We're curing those things a little bit now. We'll let those cure and get back to them. After they're cured, I'll have to tape them up, and then we'll paint the satin black. Okay, we're going to go ahead and tape these up so we can shoot them in black tonight. I'll do the easy one first. This is the harder one to tape up. And these are already clean. They're already cured. This red's cured over here. Red's cured on that other one. I just took them off. They're still a little warm. Not a whole lot warm, but a little bit of warm to them, so we know they ain't got any moisture in them. Guys, we're just out here discussing my water problem that I have over there where they excavated. Like I said, I don't know if this is the way we're going or not. We're going to see how it looks with the black on there first. And once we're done, if we don't like it, we can do something else. But so far, I think it looks all right. It's an easy one. Now for the hard one. Well, it shouldn't be too hard. Now we just need to make sure that we can get this side off here straight, so we don't have swoopy lines in there. Here, see how we're going to do it. We want them just in the center here. I think we're going to do that. We'll see how it works out. Let's heat these things up a little bit and go ahead and shoot some paint on them. All right, let's see how this stuff turns out. I went ahead and painted it last night, and see what we got here. If we like it or not. Yeah, I probably need to polish the logo a little bit more, but overall, not bad. This is the starter cover here. We'll stick it on the bike there in a little bit and see how it looks. But that's the starter cover there. Let's see how this engine cover turned out. Front cover, excuse me. I don't know about these side ones here. I'm not sure if I really needed to do those or not, but we did. So we'll stick it on the bike here and see how it looks in a little bit. Got to disconnect the battery first so I don't accidentally hit the diode board there. But I don't know. We'll slap it on there and see how it looks. All right, well, they're on there. I think I do like it like that with polished BMW logo better than the way I was going to do this all in black, but with red lettering. Just think it looks a little better like that. Problem is now I have to redo the valve covers to match it. The satin black. Not a big deal though. Probably needed it. Well, not probably. I'll pull them off there and paint those next. Well, not next. Eventually. I'm not pulling them off right now. But probably have to do this too. Front timing cover. Or chain cover. But overall, I don't know how well you can see that in here. That's how the front cover turned out there. As you can really see it really well, but we know it's there. And I do kind of like where I did this. Little side vents in the red there. So overall, happy with the way it looks there. It ain't perfect, but looks a hell of a lot better than it did. So on to the next. Have to do set the timing today. Well, I set the static timing last night. I'll have to do the dynamic timing now to make sure it's dead on. And before I started, I have to put this other carb back, I have to put the stock carb back on the right side there. Hook everything back up and do the timing, put the coil back on, and mount the ignition module where it's going to go right there. Continue cleaning it up. Going to have to touch up here and there on the frame and give it a really good cleaning and a good service, and go from there. Hope everybody has a good weekend, and take care. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for watching, and appreciate all of you. Have a great weekend.